Okay folks, welcome back to Ashmar Breedem, and today on the homestead I'm going to be showing you guys how we make soil blocks. The first thing you're going to need to make your soil blocks is you're going to need a sifted soil starting mix. This is one of my own design. I use 10 parts of compost, I use 1 part vermiculite and 1 part of peat moss, and what I do is I mix this together and I sift it out so you're left with this fine fluffy mixture of soil starting mix. And this is also my regular potting mix. But now I'm going to add some water to this, and we're going to go ahead and get started mixing this up, making our soil blocks. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of a well here so that way I don't make a huge mess. Okay folks, now I'm not going to be able to tell you the exact amount of water to use for your seed starting mix in your soil blocks because it's a feel thing. I'm going to go ahead and mix this water in here. And it looks like I'll be needing a little bit more, but I want to get this mixed thoroughly first. You don't want the mixture too, there's a stick that made it through the screen. You don't want this mixture too dry, but you also don't want it so wet that it's just running water either. You want it just moist enough that when you squeeze it together, it holds its shape. That's what you want. I'm going to need a little bit more water in here. And it's better to err on the side of caution and use too little water than it is to use too much. Now, if you do use too much, it's not the end of the world. All you gotta do is add a little bit more potting mix to it and then mix it in thoroughly. Make sure you get right down to the bottom. See how that's still nice and dry. We're just going to maneuver this around, get it all mixed together, and then I'll show you the next step in making these soil blocks. Okay folks, now that this mixture of potting soil is at the consistency we want, I'm going to take our soil blocking tool, which makes 4 2-inch soil blocks at a time, and I'm going to press and wiggle. Oh, looks like I lost one there. Until all 4 cavities are filled up. And then we're going to come over here to our 10-20 tray. I'm going to put it next to the last row and press. And that is 4 more soil blocks ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and get this completed and we'll be right back. Okay folks, here is a finished 10-20 tray with 45 2-inch soil blocks in it. I leave this little space right here because I like to bottom water, and what I do is I just pour my water in here, then tip it up and to get the water to flow properly. But you saw me moving some of these blocks around. The reason was you can use this tool to move these, to put these blocks in here on the side, even though that does 4 at a time, so it'll do that many at once. If you go to put that 5th row in here and you have to turn it this way instead of going this way, it doesn't line up perfectly. So I like to try to keep them neat, and so I was moving around individually. That's just fine. But you see these blocks have an indentation in the top of them, and that is where the seed will go. So if you learned something and you like this type of content, please like, share, and subscribe, and more videos will be coming. Thank you very much.